Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Ark. How are you doing tonight? Thank you very much to everyone who's joining us, both in person and virtually. If you're not familiar with the Ark, we're a nonprofit music venue that puts on, in a regular year, over 300 shows per year. We all know that this isn't regular times. So for those of you who are here in person, thank you very much for showing your vaccine cards on the way in. As we are now back at high alert in Washtenaw County, we do want to make sure that everyone is wearing your masks throughout the evening and keeping them on unless you're taking them down briefly to eat or drink. So thank you very much for continuing to make this a safe place to see live music. I want to take a quick second to thank the volunteers who have been almost everybody you've seen here tonight, and they have kept us going through very hard times. So big thank you to them. Thank you to all of you who are here tonight who purchased tickets. Thanks for supporting both the artists and the Ark in that way. For those of you who are joining virtually, if you would like to support the Ark and the artists, there should be a link to a virtual tip jar in the chat. So please consider that. And thank you all for just being here and supporting live music. We are a listening room venue, which is one of my favorite things about the Ark. So we'd like to try to make sure that we can focus on the music. So if you can all take a second, if you're here, and turn off anything that's going to make a light or a noise during the show. We appreciate minimizing distractions and focusing in on what's going on stage, because it's going to be pretty awesome. Tonight we will not have an intermission, so it'll be straight through. And for those of you who are here in person, there's a merch table about halfway down the hallway there, and the artists will be around after the show. So we encourage you to check that out during or after the show, and stick around if you want to say hi. All right, you guys ready for some music? Wonderful. Please give a warm welcome to Waipuna.
Aloha. Whoa, you guys did better than Chicago. As we are so kindly introduced, we are Waipuna. My name is Kale. You can clap if you want. The man in the middle on the guitar is Mr. Matt Sproat. Oh, happy belated birthday. His birthday was on Monday.
I turned 21.
And then we have Mr. David Kamakahi on the ukulele.
Hey, everybody.
We have a wonderful evening of song and stories to kind of planned out. At least 4 songs planned out, for sure. But we hope that we're able to bring Hawaii to you. This is actually our first time performing in Michigan. So thank you for your, we can already feel the aloha. Yeah, thank you so much. So what's good to eat around here? What's good to eat? Talk story with us afterwards. We'll be out by the merch table. You can tell us
Detroit pizza.
Detroit pizza, that's right.
Spam musubi.
You know, one of our friends in Chicago showed up and he brought us spam musubi. I wonder how much spam is over here. It's expensive at home. Anyways, as I mentioned, we have a wonderful show planned out for you folks. We hope that you enjoy it. As I mentioned, we have lots of songs, lots of stories to tell, and we even have some hula along the way. So we got a good show. Just a show of hands, how many of you are familiar with Waipuna or who have heard of us before? Awesome. All right. And I guess there's a live stream as well. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully we'll be able to connect with people that way. But in the meantime, let us bring the aloha. Let us bring na mele, the songs, na maolelo, the stories, and let us bring Hawaii to you.
Me o we kanoi he kahi Kale milika
pretty good, yeah?
He aloha maka mai, kai hiki mai. He ala hone hone I ka puhai.
And now we'd like to feature Mr. David Kamakahi on the ukulele. Go get him, brother.
He vai vai ho I ka uhike Ua ke hake hai luna A olani huli Huli mai noi Olu kua I me hana hoi au Hai ko poli Haina ka puana no kulei ka puai a olani Haina ka puana no kulei ka puai a olani huli ka puai Aolani
All right. Okay. We started off with a classic Hawaiian song that kind of pays tribute to those who have come before us. Beautiful song entitled Pua Ahihi. And once again, we featured the falsetto stylings of Mr. Matt Sproat. And he's actually pretty good, you know, on the falsetto. He's pretty good singing as high as a girl, yeah. But he's actually a falsetto winner from 2012. Is it what? 2003. So what is that? That's tenured, right? He's tenured. Wait, we're in the college area, right? He has tenure. So, all right. I know. Enough. We have I think what we'll do is we'll kind of take you on a chronological journey through some of our albums, featuring some of our songs, tell you the story behind those songs so you're able to kind of connect with them a little bit better. And we start off now with our version or our portion of our music. And we start with the very first song from our very first album, and the name of that song is Malama Hawaii. It was written by a man by the name of William Kahaiali'i, but some of us know him as Uncle Willie K. And so when we decided to do this song, it actually tells a very telling tale of how to sometimes quiet your mind, listen to the wind, and if you listen hard enough and become at peace with yourself, you can hear the voices of our kupuna, in this case, our elders, our chief and chiefesses from the past. And so you're going to hear the names of different ali'i, our chiefs and chiefesses, within the song. And it's encouraging us to be Hawaiian. It's encouraging us to take care of things. Malame nā kupuna, take care of the elders. Malama ka'aina, take care of the land. Malama ko'olelo Hawaii, take care of the language. But most of all, Malama mau Hawaii, take care of all things Hawaiian. Here we go. Get him, Dave. How about a round of applause for Mr. David Kamakahi on that? hui Hawaii. Aloha ina pono, ka pai aloha Hawaii.
Malama Hawaii.
Malama Hawaii, Malama Hawaii, Malama Hawaii, Malama Hawaii, Malama Hawaii. Hallelujah. All right. From the times of our chiefs, we take you just a little bit forward to the days of, I guess you could say this, the 50s and 60s. And so this song is when really captured that feeling when different influences of music start to come to Hawaii. Everything from swing to jazz to even Latin beats start to become and mix into our culture. And so this song actually talks about a couple from the island of Ni'ihau, which is kind of next to Kauai. They come to the big city of Honolulu. Big city of Honolulu. And Mama goes off, she does her thing, she goes shopping for all this kind of stuff, and Papa, he goes straight to the bar. Where are you, Papa? Where are you? She's asking. She finds him at the bar. There he is, getting all happy, buying drinks for everybody. This song, that story is captured in this song we share with you now entitled Papasia, something like this. Kaua kui ke ka'aoni ka hui lala, Papasia e a ukua e o. Kaua kui ke ka'aoni ka hui lala, Papasia e a ukua e o. Au he avale o e ha o Papasia la, e ia o mamala ke o nei. Au he avale o e ha o Papasia la, e ia o mamala ke o nei. All right, ukulele. Hanoho. Not too shabby, huh? Aloha ia no o te malala, I ka vai ani ani ke pipi ana. Aloha ia no o ke malala, I ka vai ani ani ke pipi ana. One more time, Matt says.
Okay, give him the good stuff now.
Last one. Here we go.
Haina ia mai hana ka puana la, Papasia e a ukua e o.
Haina ia mai ana ka puana la, Papasia e a ukua e o. Papasia e a ukua e o e. It's either the coffee or the audience or the aloha. I'm sweating over here. I'm overheating. It's
Oh no.
security. We're going to slow things down just a little bit and share with you actually a very special song to us. It's composed by, you can't even say musician, and you can't even say just a great Hawaiian. And his name is Robert Uluvehi Casimiro. And side note, to digress a little, but to come back, I think you guys might lose some weight in your arms because you're going to be clapping all night. We encourage a lot of clapping, so feel free to clap anytime. Your hands might be a little bit sore, but just think of it as burning calories, okay? But he composed this song after he and his halau, the men of Nā Kamale, took a visit up to Kohala, and they were inspired by all that they saw. And how many of you are familiar with the area of Kohala on Hawaii Island? Okay, we got a few people over there too. So let me, if I may, let me paint a quick picture for those of you who have not gone out there. If you head up north to the Big Island, on the Big Island, you just, where do you go? By Hawi, right? Past Hawi, through the Kohala town, past the Kamehameha statue, past Niuli'i. You go over like, I think, 4 or 5 one-lane bridges until you reach the very end of the road. And out before you is Pololu Valley. Just looking very pristine, very beautiful. It's one of the last places that development hasn't really touched yet, you know, in Hawaii. It's such a place that we treasure, sacred to us. As well as the next couple valleys. What he said. There's going to be a test on this after. But it's just a sight to behold when you are able to gaze out on that lookout and see what Hawaii might have looked like back then. And if you take a look right up on the right-hand side, you're going to see a couple houses. And that's actually Matt's family's houses, the Sproat family houses. And they're the caretakers of those valleys. And so this song really connects to us in a bunch of different ways, not only with Matt, the direct connection with the stewardship of those valleys, but I myself have family that comes from Kohala as well as David. So one of the things that drew us to this song was that there's a line at the end of every verse that says, and this is where I really kind of unashamedly say Hawaiian is a beautiful language, and I wish I knew it better. But there's a phrase that the last line says, "Aloha e kohala kuone hanau." It sounds so beautiful, so smooth coming off the tongue. Aloha e kohala kuone hanau. We have so much love for this place, Kohala, the sands of my birth. And so we're going to bring up our hula dancers to come and join us on stage. Please, a round of applause for Halau Ku Kamali Ku Ikanani. And we will bring you through our music and through our dance to Kohala.
Ikanania o pololu, lulu e kahua o kahalaula, I kamakani, aloha e kohala, kuone hanau e. mai ka lani nui Puala ole Naka pā mai Apa apa Aloha e kohala Kuone hano e Aia O mahea mua o na kambalei Kaui kau mau mau O na kupuna Vehi mau ia Aloha e kohala Kuone hanau e E haupu ka mana o lai ka ikena No nei aina O kohala nui O kohala iki Aloha e kohala Kuone hanau e Hanau e E haupu ka mana o lai ka ikena No nei aina O kohala nui O kohala iki Aloha e kohala Kuone hanau e O ka halaula I kamakani Naka pā mai apa apa O na kupuna Vehi mauia O kohala nui O kohala iki He ala e kohala Kuone hanau He hanau e Ai, aloha e kohala kuone hanau e. Mahalo, ladies. So two. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I think you guys have a treat because, well, it's not, I think we're far enough back that it's not technically the splash zone. But you get to see kind of, and maybe even hear some of that, the planning that goes on that puts together this fabulously professional show. But Matt suggested we take care of a request at this time since we are in the area of Kohala. And you know what? I'll let Matt just tell you about it because there's a saying in Hawaiian that says "Nanai ke kumu," and that means go to the source, look to the source, look to the teacher, look to the tree, whatever the source is. You go straight to the source.
I'm nowhere near the source.
He's a Sproat. That's a lot more source than I got.
So this song we're gonna do is actually requested by Auntie Amy Stillman. And since we're in the area of Kohala, this is where my family comes from. This is where I was partly raised. My great-grandfather was an old hayseed from Missouri, came to Hawaii, settled in Kohala, got married to a Hawaiian woman back in the 1800s, and he became the foreman of the Kohala ditch trails. So that's the reason why my family knows that Pololu Valley so well. Actually, my grandfather was raised in 2 valleys over, which is called Honokaneiki. It's Honokaneiki, but my father will say Honokaneiki. I don't know why, but that's what they say. But that was that old style and the Big Island style, the way they spoke. But that's where they were. My grandfather was born and raised. It's very, very remote valley, and so this song was actually written by a gentleman by the name of William Sheldon. But my family became the holders of this song. It's a very, very popular song in Hawaiian music. The song is called Mai Kai Kamakani o Kohala, and for many, many generations, people have been singing this song. This is one of those songs that we sung, one of the first songs I learned how to sing. Every family gathering, even if it was just my grandfather coming over to the house, this song was sung, Mai Kai Kamakani o Kohala, and it pays tribute to that wind. If any of you been to Kohala, that wind, it's relentless. That's why they say makani apa. That wind does not stop. So we recorded this song on our 4th album, but instead what I wanted to do was because it was an 8-minute song, I wanted to actually.
You wanted to make it longer.
I said, you know what? I told Kale and told David, you know what? In my spare time, I'm an ethnographer, so I said, why don't I just put this to use? And I wanted to record this song, but all 6 verses. And some of you said, there's only 5 verses. The last verse, the 6th verse, was actually written by my dad's oldest brother. He lives in Saverne, France. He's been there since 1956. But he still speaks fluent Hawaiian. And he wrote that last verse in France. If you get our album with this song on it, I interviewed all my dad's brothers and sisters and my grandfather's youngest brother who was still alive at that time. And they wanted to talk story about that song and tell them their experiences and what that song means to them. And there's also another saying that was very popular in Kohala. It says, no. Kohala, kanukuna kanaka. That's for some reason I had another saying in my, which means vast are the inhabitants of Kohala, which means that many people have their ties back to Kohala, even though some of you had 3 generations on Kauai, 3 generations on Maui, but they all have some sort of family tie back to Kohala. Yeah. So my dad and my uncle, they all talk about this, but one of my funniest things is my auntie. She says, you can tell people who come from Kohala, they get 1 long leg, 1 short leg. Because that wind is blowing so constantly that is, they're always leaning up against the wind. So they're walking around, they walk like this. So the 1 long leg, 1 short leg. But this is a song paying tribute to that wind of Kohala, because they say when the wind comes in, it brings in the clouds bringing the rain falls down into the rivers and to the Auai, feeds that taro patch. That taro patch feeds the people. When the people live, love exists. And that cycle starts all over again. It all comes from that wind. Good is that wind of Kohala. Mai kai kamakani o Kohala, for you, Auntie Amy. Mai kai kamakani o Kohala, hike iha e kai nuvai. O ka vai no iha pono ka uha, vai ka ulana o ka aina. Ko aloha ka umea nui, he makana na ka pu'uvai. Nani vale Niuli I ka hela I ka lai He kolu o pua I hiki mai Alai Ia mahi e ka uluhala Nā lo vale ka luna o hapu Ko aloha ka umea nui He makana na ka pu'uvei E lua maua I ka holo ka lio Ka ohi ia maila e pololu Mea ole ka piina o kupehau Ahu vale na lehua o avini Ko aloha ka umea nui He makana na ka pu'uvei A'aheo ka hauhi ka mauna Kahiko I ka ohu o kana hele Ke ka ohi mai nei lili no Hi ka ohu no I ke kuahiwi Ko aloha ka umea nui He makana na ka pu'uvai Ne hone ka leho ka vai Hone hana I ka iwa Ku'iwa ku'ulehi ka hiko ia Nā puha lehua o avini Ko aloha ka umea nui He makana na ka pu'uvai The sixth verse Nā kea kua I ho'okumu ia ke ia aina Hiwahi kule anenani no mako Ke ho'o mai ka ia kune au I ka haku Me ke aloha nui loa na ka pu'uvai Ko aloha ka umea nui He makana na ka pu'uvai Ko aloha ka umea nui He makana na ka pu'uvai Le'i Kohala kanupunaka naka Vast are the inhabitants of Kohala. For you, Auntie Amy.
Mahalo, Auntie. Nui ka mahalo. Okay. All right. Wow. We call it in Hawaii chicken skin. You know, when you experience something very special. So mahalo, Auntie Amy, for adding to that. We're gonna go just down the street a little bit from Kohala to the area of Kona. Share with you this song because we gotta stay on Big Island because the halau that's coming up after they're going to go up to Mauna Kea. So no sense waste money, fly to another island and just to come back. Gas is expensive, man. All right, let's go to Kona. Good fun song from our fourth album. Fourth album, sure. Why not? Song entitled Kona. Pamai ana kamakani he eka a o kona kuai na hana wi ka poli a o kamakua hali ali mai ana ka ano I o ka aina kuho me tuula o pio Pamai ana kamakani hele ululu a o kona Kuai na hana wita poli a kamakua Hali ali mai ana ka ano I o ka aina Kuho me tuula o pio Tuho me tuula o pio Let's get Dave in here. Henani maoli noa o kona I te taumai o ka opua kamalino ke kai me ke kai maoki oki ali ali mai ana ka no I o ka aina uho me tuula o pio Henani maoli noa o kona I ke kaumai o ka opua Kamalino o ke kai, me ke kai maoki oki Hali ali mai ana ka ano I o ka aina Kuho me tuula o pio Kuho me tuula o pio Kuho me tuula o pio Hey, hey Kona. All right, just as I promised, we're going to bring up our next group of hula dancers. And as they make their way to the stage, we're going to kind of introduce this next song. It was a song that was given to us by a very dear friend of ours. Another one of those guys that they can say, you know, he's a cultural practitioner, a lawyer of hula, a composer, musician. He's another one of those great Hawaiians, and he goes by the name of Frank Kawai Kapu Kalani Hewitt, and he's really been a blessing to us, and he gifted us with, this is the first song he ever gifted us with, and we recorded it on our second album, and it's really taking on a life of itself because Kawai Kapu has halau or hula schools all over the world, and especially in the hula community, when there is an issue or there's a call to arms, the hula community rallies. So when the issues that arose surrounding Mauna Kea came up, many people looked to find out Mauna Kea songs, and this song actually came up because it pays tribute to the snow goddess that resides up there. Her name is Poliahu. And although people mostly associate, you know, Hawaii with sand and the beach and surfing and stuff, you know, we do have all of the climates. Temperate zones. Thank you, Matt. I failed that part of school. But we do have the snow, and you can tell when Poliahu is visiting us by looking up at Mauna Kea, and you see her beautiful white mantle gracing the top of it. And so we pay tribute to Poliahu and the sacred mountain of Mauna Kea with this song entitled E Ike I Kanania o Poliahu, and we feature Hoaloha Polynesian Dance Group. Let's give them a round of applause. Minasama hakushu onegai shimasu. E ike I kanania o Poliahu, kawahine I ke anu, I ke hau Mauna Kea. E ike I kanania kawahine I ke anu, I ke hau Mauna Kea. Ke ha kawahine I ka iu o luna, ka hiko ia I ka mamane, aia ka manu palila. Ke ha kawahine I ka iu o luna, ka hiko ia I ka mamane, aia ka manu palila. Ia au I ka vai o pulu I ka ili, ka vai I ka malu o ka opua. ke anu I ke hao Mauna Kea Kawahine I ke anu I ke hao Mauna Kea Eo Mauna Kea. Mahalo, ladies. Jane. Some of the dancers are from Japan. So prior to the pandemic, we were going to Japan about once a month to play music up there. So seeing them and getting to talk story with them and talk about Japanese food, oh, we miss it so much. Nihon ikitai. I want to go to Japan. You know, we've been able to share a lot of our different influences and pay tribute to places that we're from, you know, specifically Kohala. But we're going to kind of shift gears and honor a great person to not only us, but I think to Hawaiian music lovers around the world. He's written more than 800 songs, and he happens to be David's father, the Reverend Dennis Kamakahi. Let's give Uncle Dennis a round of applause. And actually, Uncle Dennis has performed here before. Yep. So, in 2004. Mm-hmm. Wow. 18 years. 18 years it took us to get over here.
Worth the wait.
Worth the wait. So, when he passed away in 2014, the Nā Hōkū Hanohano Awards, which is Hawaii's version of the Grammys. It's kind of like a membership-based voting group, and they're voting, you know, and what better way to be recognized by your peers? So the Nā Hōkū Hanohano Awards, they asked us to pay a tribute, to do a tribute to Uncle Dennis. And I'm going to quickly say what songs they are, and then I'm going to pass it over to David, because that's where the gold is. Well, not there, but what he has to share. I mean,
I've been looking for that for years, man.
Yeah. So the three songs that we chose, and there's so many, the three songs that we chose were Wahine Ilikea, Puahone, and Koke'e. And we did it, Wahine Ilikea, we did it in the style of how Uncle Dennis were to perform it. And so we did it in his very simple style. And then for Puahone, and Koke'e, we came up with a great idea to do it in the styles of other musicians that Uncle Dennis liked them doing his version the best, or their version the best of his songs. So the last song, Koke'e, is done by Auntie Loyal Gardner. And for those of you familiar with Hawaiian music, Puahone is going to be done by, in the style of, And so once you hear it, you'll say, yes. But to tell you more about the songs, because they each have a great story. Ladies and gentlemen, please round of applause for David sharing his father's legacy.
Thank you, everybody. Traveling with these guys, man, for the past 12 years.
Yep.
No, we've actually visited a lot of places where me and my dad would, cross paths back home, and he's like, you got to check out the Ark in Michigan. You got to check out this place, the Old Town School in Chicago. You got to check out all these places. So all these places that Dad experiences, because me and Dad went two separate ways, just to rediscover through my perspective what he was seeing. It's a very interesting journey and a lot of fun. So, and the best part is I got to tour with my father back when I was years old. And no, I was 15 years old when Dad threw me to the wolves. Gave me my first professional gig with no guidance whatsoever. And it was the best teaching I could have ever gotten. And every night where we toured. Didn't matter where we were. It didn't matter how many people were in the audience, as long as we were having a great time. And all the memories all led to whatever late night spot was open, whether it be Chinese food, whether it be Denny's. About 90% of the time was Denny's. And we would just sit and talk, and he would just tell me all the stories of these songs. And some of them were PG, some of them were not. But the first song is Wahine Kea. In Hawaiian, it means the fair-skinned woman. This song was written in 1975. Now, when Dad usually visits down to Molokai, where this song is from, usually visits my family on the east end. So if you get a map of Molokai, the entire eastern half of that island is all of our family. And Dad would always frequent every valley, every mountain, every stream of that island when he was younger. So to go back and revisit and research all of these old songs, he would always take Uncle Eddie Kamai with him. Of course, Uncle Eddie was the founder of the Sons of Hawaii back home, alongside Gabi Pahinui and Feet Rogers and Joe Marshall. So while they were researching, now keep in mind back then, Molokai was a one-lane road. So whenever you pulled over, you're blocking half of traffic. That's how it was. And so back in 1975, the visit to my family on Molokai, my dad and Uncle Eddie, they're heading back to the airport. But then they looked to the mountain of Kamalo in the distance. It had rained the day before. And Uncle Eddie says, "Dennis, pull over." So 2 guys pull over. Half of traffic's blocked. So they look at the mountain of Kamalo, and very rarely it's clear. And very rarely you get to see the actual beauty of this mountain, because it's usually covered in a mist, a fog. So even if you could see the mountain, you couldn't see much. But that day it was crystal clear, and you could see 11 waterfalls cascading down that mountain. And Uncle Eddie and Dad just took in that beauty for hours. Yeah, they missed the flight, but they took in all of this beauty. And Uncle Eddie just points to the mountain. He looks at my dad. He says, "Dennis, right about that." And he did. And Dad passed away in 2014. But before he did, he bequeathed this song to my daughter. When she was born, he was there when she was born. And usually it's, as a grandfather, he wanted to name her. So my daughter's name is Michelle Hina Eo Kamahine Dikia o Kalani Kuaka'a Toshiko Kamakahi, which means the fair-skinned woman of the highest heavens. That's how high he held her in his heart. And not only did he bequeath her name, he also bequeathed this song. So this song belongs to my daughter. This is her song. And it's really funny because my daughter just turned 12 last year. And she was born in 2009. She didn't really get to know her grandfather as well as I knew my father. But now that she's in school, they teach Hawaiian studies. And so everyone connects the name. Kamakahi, who's your father? They said, my dad's name's David. My grandfather's name's Dennis. Immediately, they all knew who she was. And then watching my daughter discover who her grandfather was through his music alone. Ugh, goosebumps, chicken skin. So, the reason why he wrote about the metaphor of this song is that the fair-skinned woman, while they were watching this mountain, the fog would close whenever someone else would try to sneak in a peak of this mountain. The mist would close. And then when they leave, the mist would open again. So Dad compared it to a woman only revealing herself to the one person she loved. Very special moment. And that was the end of the story for that song. Pohane is an interesting one. It was written in the most unlikely places in Tacoma, Washington. Dad was on tour with the Sons of Hawaii at the time, and they visited the McNeil Island Federal Penitentiary. that when it was still in commission and in service, to play the first ever luau for the inmates. And Dad says, that was the best concert I ever played. And I'm like, in a federal prison? He goes, yeah. You know why? He felt like Johnny Cash. Because I felt like Johnny Cash from Folsom Prison. And he says, yeah, so we go in, we talk with the inmates, we're having a good time. And then you get a special stamp when you walk in, like a glow in the dark, got to go under the blue light to see the stamp. He goes, whatever you do, don't wash your hands, don't rub up against anybody, don't do anything. You need that stamp to get out. So after the show, they say their goodbyes to the inmates, and they're heading back to the ferry to take them back to land. And Dad says the most profound moment was when he heard the steel gates clank right behind him. He says that was a signal to get my act together. So he went back to the hotel and he wrote until like 4 or 5 in the morning. He completed this song, Pohone. Pohone means honey flower in Hawaiian. And the funny part is there's no such flower. It doesn't exist. It's a poetic phrase. It's comparing this flower to my mother. It's a flower that sits alone in the forest that can withstand any cold, any weather. And so he finishes that song for her, called her long distance before iPhones and cell phones and everything. It was a dial rotary phone called long distance to my mom. It was like 5 in the morning. And he sings a song for her over the phone. And then he proposes to her right after he finishes. And to cut a long story short, yeah, me standing here gives you her answer, right? So, and Koke is one of Matt's favorite stories for me to tell because it's a story about almost burning down a house. So the Sons of Hawaii, when he was recording with them, they would always seclude themselves to practice for an album. So they decided to go to the island of Kauai, to the mountains of Kokee, and they rented out a cabin, which you can actually still rent out today if you want to go. You still can. So imagine this. 5 grown adult musicians from Honolulu around the fireplace for the very first time in a log cabin up in the mountains. So the story goes that none of these guys knew how to light a fire. None of them knew how to light a fire. So Uncle Eddie goes off to, with the owner of the cabin. They're going over, grocery lists and, they go into town, do the shopping. So it's getting really cold up in the mountain and they decide, yeah, let's light it up. So they lit it up all right. And then the house starts filling up with smoke. It's coming out of the windows, not where it's supposed to be going. And about 20 minutes later, owner comes up, goes, what are you guys doing? He's seeing all the smoke coming out the window. He goes, oh, we're trying to light a fire. He goes, did you guys open the flue? And they're like, what's that? Runs through the black smoke, pulls the ring, and Dad says, it was amazing. You see all this smoke go shoo, right up the chimney. So for that week, he took in the beauty of Kokee, completed that song, and he presented it to the owner as an apology. And rest assured, it's okay. That cabin's still there to this very day. So, and these other stories Dad would always tell me, word for word, every time we go on the road, and it's a privilege to be able to share them to everybody. So, mahalo everybody for listening. So, for everyone here tonight, I'm going to stop talking. On with the music. Our Kamakahi medley goes like this. No kahe Nani vale no Nā vai lele uka O hina O haha O mo'oloa Nā vai e kolu I ka ulu vehi vehi O ka malo I ka mali e Pua ka launu Ma ke kai Oh no leave Wahine ili kea I ka poli o Molokai no ka heke Nani vale no ka aina halava Home ho'oki pa akamalihini Aina uluvehi I ka noe ahi ahi Ua lawe mai e ka makani ho'olua Pua ka launu ma ke kai Oh no leave Wahine ili kea I ka poli o Molokai no ka eke
Nevermore to say goodbye. Nevermore to say goodbye. Pue e manao I kave kiu o koke I kanani o kaina o kaino
Oh, I meant to lay alone.
say goodbye. Nevermore to say goodbye. He ho'i mai ana,
He ho'i mai ana,
I kahikina, I kala, vela, vela. I ke kai, havana,
Havana,
I po, makuloa. Oh, kalala, he aina la, I te hua, li'ili. Oh, Waimea, tule aloha, nevermore to say goodbye. Nevermore to say goodbye. Melehau,
no ka beauty,
I kauka, I koke, I kano,
Opo, ai, ai.
kalano, e aina la, I kaua, li'ili. Okay, now help us out. Oh, Waimea, tule aloha, nevermore to say goodbye. Nevermore to say goodbye. Nevermore to say goodbye.
Eo Kamakahi. All right. You know, I know that what we just experienced was a real treasure, and a lot of people sometimes they're familiar with the songs, they connect with the songs, but based off of the melody line alone, and now you have a better understanding of the songs, and I guess Uncle Dennis is just fantastic, and we're going to talk more about him in a little bit. But we're going to switch gears a little bit and share with you a song that was actually composed by a contemporary and a little bit of a mentor for Uncle Dennis, Auntie Emma DeFries. This song is entitled "Iku Sweet Lei Puena Olei," and once again we're going to bring up. How about a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Nā Hōkū Hanohano as they join us up on stage for this next song. For those of you familiar with Hawaiian music, you know, it was made popular by the group Olomana and many a musician and artist after that. But here is our little take on a song that is actually very dear to us as well. A song titled "Iku Sweet Lei Puena Olei."
Eku sweet lei poina olea lei nani hikavekiu a never fading bloom ya oeha eku sweet lei poina ole eku sweet lei poina ole Hikavekiu a never fading bloom ya oeha eku sweet lei poina ole Eku sweet lei kali hakuneia oea e hoi mai ka uhala e pili kupua kulei nani mai olea ke ola mauloa e kulei ke kali hakuneia oea e hoi mai ka uhala e pili e kusilei Poina
Mahalo, ladies. Woo! Thank you so much. Once again, that's the women from Halau Ku'ukamali'i Kuikanani. Round of applause for them and their kumu Pam also. You know, it's such a treat for us to come all the way over here and be able to have hula dancers. So putting a lot more beauty than all of this to the song. So what's so funny? You know, we've been sharing a lot of music from our albums, and we haven't really done anything from the latest album. We did this, we released it 2020. And it's a good, fun song. You know, so Hawaiians wrote about a lot of different things, from places to our chiefs, ali'i, our kupuna, our elders. Love, of course, is prevalent through all song composition. This one is making fun of somebody. You know, it's a lighthearted, good, fun song. But I'm sorry. This is where I'm gonna once again digress and give you a little language lesson. There's this thing in Hawaiian composition and poetry called kauna, and kauna is like the underlying meaning of a song or of a poetry. And so, if, say, in a love song, somebody's talking about a beautiful flower, that actual flower might be somebody that they have in mind, you know. So that's kind of the correlation in that. This song talks about a peacock. Envision how the peacock walks, you know, kind of strutting its stuff with its little crown on its head, puffing out his feathers, you know, trying to make all big and all that kind of stuff. And then when it opens its mouth, you expect this beautiful voice. And here's this irritating noise. Anyways, from what I defined as kauna earlier, this is for all of you who have peacocks in your life. I forget what this song is called. I'm sorry, I'm just having fun over here. The name of the song is Kamanu Peacock, and which means the peacock, and it's on our sixth album.
The sixth child.
And yeah, we just had, yeah, that's a good point. We refer to all our albums as children. So we have 6 children, and let's have some fun. I hope you guys will like this. Amy, don't slap me on the head for this one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7. aheo samanu pihikakela o uke I hulu nila aka e maka aile manu ho o kanala awela. See, I'm nervous already. Screwed up the words already. Koheo ha aheo samanu pihikakela o ike iko mau hulu nila aka e maka aile manu ho o kanala awela. Kani halale o samanu pihikakela ho o luhi luhi I kala ila ho o uki uki ke lohe I la awela awela. Kani halale o samanu pihikakela ho o luhi luhi I tala ila ho o uki uki ke lohe I la awela awela. David, take a solo, please. All right. Oh, you knew we samanu pihikakela kipaku wanai na manu e aela kiko I o a ki o I ane ila awela. I'm sorry. Oh, yo nui samanu pihikakela kipaku wanai na manu e aela kiko I o a ki o I ane ila awela. Eia sa haina no samanu pihikakela Meki kulana haakela e maka ala I manu ho o kanala awela. Eia sa haina no samanu pihikakela Meki kulana haakela e maka ala I manu ho o kanala awela.
Okay, let me introduce the next song.
Yeah, okay. Well, what's the next song?
As Kale was talking about Kona. And the reason why Kale was a little kind of like, I'm a little offended, because he wrote the last song. There's some underlying meanings there, like things that, you know.
Just having fun.
I'm smiling because Auntie Amy knows every word that you wrote.
Yeah.
So speaking about Kona, we're going to do another song that he wrote. This song we recorded on our 4th album. But this song is one of my favorites. And we actually recorded this with Hawaiian Airlines, and I think it garnished over 2 million views or whatnot on YouTube and whatnot. So it plays on
High sessions.
yes, High Sessions, and then Hawaiian Airlines actually picked it up but anyway, this song talks about a conversation between a man and a woman. However, they did not speak out of their mouth. It was done mentally. Picture this: man and woman in a bar. The woman looks over to him and says, look at this guy. He's so handsome.
How are you, brother?
I'm wondering what his favorite color is. What his sign is. You know, what size of his hat. You know, all that kind of stuff. Oh, I'm all excited. The guy's looking at her like, ooh, look at this chick.
Oh, how's it, honey girl?
How's it, honey girl? What kind of pancakes you like in the morning? But he wrote this. It's very brilliant in the Kona side of it, because, like I said, it's one of those things that the conversation is there. It is real. It's an actual, well, not an actual conversation, but it's an actual, yeah. But this song is called Heiini. And Heiini means the desire. So like I said, remember, it's a spark, right? It's a spark of desire. And you're gonna hear a couple of things in this song, we actually, when we recorded this song, we invited a woman, or actually at that time she was a girl. She was, I believe, 17 years old from Yokohama, Japan. And we brought her down to Honolulu and had her record this song with him in a duet style. Understand, she does not speak any English, but she does speak Hawaiian. So, but she chose this song. We had this and beautiful song that, and she lent her voice along with this song. But this song is called Heiʻini, written by my buddy, Mr. Kale. 5, 6, 7.
Heiʻini no ua paolo ko nei ua lilo I kona nie. Heiʻini no I kou maumaka he hōkū makai ki nā rā. Heiʻini no ua paolo ko nei ua lilo I ko leo he. Heiʻini I konu I kino e pali ku I ka lani la. Hoʻohi ka manao a puni ka anoi ka palili no ka puʻuwai. Hoʻohi ka manao ka anoi aloha me ke ahi o loko nei. Mane I mai e pili ka ua e kamaʻaina Mane I mai e hoʻohi puhai ahi ki mai la ka eia no keia mele Heiʻini mau ia oi eia no keia mele Heiʻini mau ia oi au hea olu e kuʻu sweet memory o e kaʻiʻini mau. Heiʻini no. All right. Okay. We're going to invite up our next group. Thank you so much, by the way. Thank you. Matt always gets me on those zingers every once in a while. But I think, what was it? Oh, we're done already, guys. Oh, okay. Okay, bye.
See you guys later.
No, just joking. Is it all right if we do like 2 more songs? Yeah? Okay. Okay. So once again, we're going to invite up Holoha Polynesian Hula Academy. No, dance. So many names. Holoha Polynesian Dance Group, and we are going to feature them on actually one of our favorite songs
Give them all a round of applause. For all the dancers tonight. Mahalo nui. Yeah. Okay, so on our second album, we had the privilege of working with a very talented and well-known kumuhula or hula teacher from Oakland, California by the name of Mark Kili Ho'omalu. And it was a trip, and I'm just gonna keep the story short. We took 3 kahiko numbers or traditional hula numbers and tried to mix and with the awana style, which is the style with music instruments, and the ipu style. And we came up with our Kamehameha trilogy. Hope you guys enjoy it. Olei wai mea I ka ie a Kamakahi. Ao mai na ale a kiki Kau kala ia Nā Kea. Oh, I kana hele o mahiki. Oh, I kana hele o mahiki. Ole mea I ka ihe a tanakani. Maina ale a kiki. Ela kala I Nā Kea. I o I kana hele a o mai. E kula oi. E kula oi. E kana lana e a ke ki pu a kula oi. I kana lana. O kana ka o Hawaiia uli dini a e a ka o oi e ha I kinu kani hele a o mai. Ha kula oi. E kula oi. E kamalana e a ke ki pu Kua kui ka pahu kua ka awa hana ne ke ki kala. O ka hilo kini ho I lu'u I ke one o hana kahi. Kua kui ka pahu kua ka awa hana ne ke ki kala. O ka hilo kini ho I lu'u I ke one o hana. E aloha I ka iaʻu hei poha. Me hipola ka makalena o ke koʻolau. Ka pua I kana hele o nā leia. Hele I ke alo o koʻola. E lanta pua ta I hele ka palilo. Hele hili noho I kana hele. O tuʻu noho wale I hono e ka hua e. O ko aloha ka mahea lai au. Aloha rei ka iaʻu me hei pola. Me hei pola ka makalena o ke koʻola. Ka pua I kana hele o nā leia. Hele I ke alo o koʻola. E lota pua ta I hele ka palilo. Hele hili noho I kana hele. O tuʻu noho wale I hono I ka hua e. O ko aloha ka mahea mai iaʻu ne. Tuaku I ka pakua ka awa hana ne ke ki kala. O ka hilo kini ho I lu'u I ke one o hana kahi. Kuaku I ka pakua ka awa hana ne ke ki kala. O ka hilo kini ho I lu'u Waipunaʻs Waipunaʻs va'a. Pololu wa ka inu, au ke uke I nā hana o ko olo. E a e ala e ha kui a ka ulu mano. Ala e ka makawalu I ke a e. Tuhu aku I ka pahu, tuhu a ka awa. Hana e ke ki kala o ko hilo kini. O lu'u I se onea o hana tahi I so poloru. Heini o ka ualaka, Kuaku I ka pahu, kua ka awa hana ne ke I kala. O ka hilo kini o I lu'u I ke one o hana kahi.
Kuaku I ka pahu kuaka awa awa hana ne e kiki kala o ka hilo kini o I luku luku I ke one o hana kahi o I luku luku I ke one o hana kahi I moe nā pōki'i heo
Aloha Polynesian Dance Group, ladies and gentlemen. Kamehameha Trilogy.
That was awesome, yeah.
Okay, now I'm hungry and I'm tired. Oh, man. Did you guys enjoy that one? Yeah, that was good fun, yeah. It's been our pleasure to be able to share not only the music that we grew up listening to, but kind of music that has inspired us throughout the years, as well as just our own takes and new music, in fact. And as we carry on the torch that was passed down to us by our elders, our kupuna, our parents, you know, we hope that they will be proud and with the music that we put forth and with you folks supporting not only us, but musicians, no matter the genre, you know, it's tough as artists to create. So just hearing a live audience is really fantastic. Mahalo nui. Together we make up the group of Waipuna, and we do have some prizes that we were going to pass out, so or call out on. So, and I think this person. No, that's just an example. I see.
The first winner
He's
is
on
drop
it.
your ballot here.
Okay, and you know, this is our little way of trying to stay connected with you. You get to. We're going to be giving away some CDs. The $1 million did not make it on the plane, so neither did the old new 2003 Tacoma truck. The lifted Yora.
That's in Kansas City.
We brought Hawaii all the way over from here. It's been a whirlwind of a tour. We started off in Minneapolis on Matt's birthday, which was Monday. Chicago last night. Tonight we have you folks. Tomorrow is Kansas City, and we end our tour with Napa Blue Note on Sunday. So if you enjoyed the music, check out our Facebook page, Waipuna Music. Very likable. Like. You know, it's the best thing. If you end up not liking us, you can unlike us and we won't even know. Okay, I know. Shut up. They want to hear who's going to win. Okay, first prize is for one CD.
One CD.
Of your choice.
Yes. So whoever wins
one
this,
CD of your choice.
Meet us at the CD table after you're done to collect your prize.
And who is the lucky person?
This is going to Rudy von Meister. Rudy.
All right, Rudy.
Oh, Matt had his coffee.
No, nobody else claimed that they're Rudy, okay? Okay. You got to show ID.
Next one is
And vaccination card. Okay, the next one is for 3 CDs. 3 CDs of your choice. Is it Rudy again? Wow, you clone yourself, Rudy.
Amy Stillman.
Oh, Amy. Okay.
We know who you are.
All right. Just when we see us at the table, no give me lickings, yeah. A slap on the head. That's all right. I'm used to it. Okay, this is for all 5 CDs because we ran out of the first one. So I know, right? I know. If only somebody was like maybe hiding 2 somewhere in a suitcase. I don't know. We only got 5 with us now, and so who wins 5? You pick it, Matt.
All of them.
Kupuna Kaintings. Brian Watson.
He's not here.
He is.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
Hi. By the way, I think the winnings are transferable. So if anybody make friends. Okay. We showcase. It's kind of funny because we started off paying tribute to elders. Then we went into Malama Hawaii, encouraging us to take care of all things Hawaiian and recognizing our ali'i that came before us, our chief and chiefesses. And then we take them on this journey and we end up kind of honoring the great chief Kamehameha. We're all Kamehameha school graduates, by the way. Imua. Oh, there you go. There you go. The syndicate is all over the place. But, it wouldn't be right that we kind of, we leave this man out. And this man has played here many times, I'm sure. And we signed, in the back, we can sign on the walls and stuff. And so we signed right next to him. His name is Uncle Ledward Ka'apana. And so we're going to feature one of his famous songs. Some of you may know it as Sweet Georgia Brown. Some of you may know 12th Street Rag.
that too.
Mary. I know we're supposed to be done already. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's like, that's the alarm that I gotta buy CDs. Okay, so yeah, we'll make this quick so no other alarms go off.
Yeah, let's go.
Some people scheduled Ubers. Okay, Sweet Georgia Brown, 12th Street Rag, put them together, just press.
We are Waipuna.
Aloha.
Aloha. Oh, mahalo. You guys got one more. One more. You can do one more, yeah? Now make sure the boss lady says okay. Kim, is that okay?
Is that okay?
Sure, it's fine. Okay. Wow, you know, it's amazing when we got back out on the road. I think we first came back out on September of last year, and then last month we did Vegas and California, and now this is our first time doing the Midwest. So mahalo nui, nui kamalo ya oko. Do you want us to come back? I'm gonna stay at your house. If you enjoyed tonight's performance, please let the management know, and that always helps us in getting back over here, because I mean, I'll be honest, this was the energy. You could feel the aloha. Mahalo nui. We never know what to expect, but I think all the audiences that we've had have really shown that aloha, and we feel that warmth. So mahalo nui. We couldn't be here without our parents and our elders that came before us. And one such person was the Reverend Uncle David Kamakahi, and we'd like to honor him with this song. And there's a message that goes along with it, because back in 2014, we had just gotten done playing at the Merry Monarch, and we flew back on Sunday from Hilo. And then David gave me and Matt a call. He said, guys, can you come down to the hospital? And so we went down, we brought our instruments, and it was, I guess, our Uncle Dennis was waiting for David to come home. And so we got our instruments, we started playing, and I chuckled because, and I'm pretty transparent, you know, regardless of who I'm dealing with. I was a hot mess. I was like bawling my eyes out, trying to sing a song, and like I just couldn't. I was like flubbing up, like my nose, my hanabara is what do we say in Hawaii, you know, was like running, you know, like all that. And you know what? And I can say this now because I know he's gonna laugh, but freaking Uncle Dennis was laughing at me. He was laughing at me. But you know, it's those moments that really mean something, you know. And this next song that we're gonna share with you is entitled "One More Day." It's a country song actually, originally done by the group Diamond Rio. And after Uncle Dennis, after we left the hospital, David called us later that night and said, you know, Dad had passed into the next realm. And so the very next day, we went into the studio with our good friend Natalie Ai Kamau and recorded this song and featured it on our 4th album. And the song talks about, I wish I had one more day to do this. You know, these are the things that I would do. I would like turn off my cell phone. You know, I'd turn off the TV just to spend as much time as I can with you. And the message that we'd like to pass on is, why wait till the end? Why wait for those moments of regret where you say, I wish I could have done this, I wish I could have done that. I think by interacting with people and showing aloha, giving a face mask hug or whatever, is helping somebody out, calling your parents, calling your children, you know, just out of the blue and taking advantage of those moments. Cherish life, because we don't want to be at that point where I say, I wish I could have done this, you know? Because in the end, don't you think the world would be a lot better if there was a lot more aloha? Yeah? So this change starts with us. Give a loved one a call, help a neighbor out. When you're changing lanes, just throw the shaka and say thank you, you know? It costs us nothing. It costs us nothing, you know? So we're so blessed to be able to experience and have this moment with you folks. And we will walk away from this feeling content and our hearts filled with aloha because of you folks. So mahalo ya oko.
Last night I had this crazy dream. A wish was granted just for me. It could be anything. I didn't ask for money or a mansion in Malibu. I simply wished for one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset, and maybe I'll be satisfied. But then again, I know what it will do, leaving me wishing still for one more day with you. First thing I'll do is pray for time to crawl. I'll unplug the telephone, then turn the TV off. I'll hold you for every second, say a million I love yous. That's what I will do with one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset, maybe I'll be satisfied. But then again, I know what it will do, leaving me wishing still for one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset, maybe I'll be satisfied. But then again, I know what it will do, leaving me wishing still for one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset, maybe I'll be satisfied. But then again, I know what it will do, leaving me wishing still for one more day. Leaving me wishing still for one more day. Leaving me wishing still for one more day with you.
My name is Kale. Matt Sproat on guitar, David Kamakahi on ukulele. Together we make up Waipuna. Mahalo nui. Aloha. Mahalo.